Good morning. Happy Thursday. So, I had a client in the other day who was curious about how I got started, and sometimes I forget that that is a really worthwhile thing to talk about. I love to inspire other people to start their own businesses, to show that it's entirely possible. This is not a world that anyone is cut out of. So my personal story is that I've been in herbs and nutrition for about 20 years, and I got started in that by kind of interesting means. I was in the pet food industry when I was really young, and I wanted to create like the perfect dog food formula. Back then, there wasn't. There weren't all of these limited ingredient diet things and whatnot. This was the age of Purina, and that was about it. So, for lack of books about dog nutrition, I picked up Prescription for Nutritional Healing, and I just started reading it. I mean reading it like a novel from front to back. I found out that I can retain a great deal of scientific knowledge, and found myself sort of ending up the encyclopedia of my friends of what to do for this or that. People often called me from the aisle of Whole Foods going like, all right, so the person here said to get this, but what do I need for my kids because this week they've got A, B, C, and D going on. So I found a lot of interest and power in that, obviously. And, from the time that I was little, all I ever wanted to do was help people. That was the bottom line. Doctor, lawyer, and lawyer as an activist lawyer. Those were my dreams when I was little. And then I had 3 children, and did not continue with college until I was about 30. But my kids taught me more than anything. So at about 30, I still had acne. I was juicing once a month. I was vegetarian. I ate clean. I did all the right things. And I still had a decent amount of acne coming up on my face. And I was really frustrated. So I finally started making my own face wash, and cleared myself up, cleared up all my friends. People came back for more. They always wanted to buy it. And I was like, no, just take it. I would make like vats of it and have it sitting on the counter for anybody that came over and needed some. So it started there. But an interesting part of my story is that when I was like, okay, this is real, it's time to actually start selling this stuff and seeing what happens. I was on food stamps at the time. I was a college student with 3 children, living primarily on my student loans. And to get started with my company, I used my food stamps to go to Whole Foods and buy 50-pound bags of sea salt, of oatmeal, of spirulina, Himalayan salt. People looked at me like I was crazy when I set all this stuff on the counter and then paid with my food stamp card. Like, what is this woman feeding her children? But I was able to turn that little bit of money into hundreds of dollars, and then thousands of dollars, and then branch out. And something that I really wanted to talk about is client-led businesses. And, I started out with my face wash. There was one formula, and then I started to see that I wasn't able to treat everybody's acne or everybody's issues. I had a friend with really bad rosacea, and I wanted really badly to fix that for her. So I started adding herbs into the formula for different things, and this was all coming from knowledge that I had had previously, and it was really exciting to see that I could fix almost everybody's issues by creating a formula that was just for them. So that was a big breakthrough for me that I thoroughly enjoyed. I go to bed each night only if everybody's taken care of. I tell people that my OCD really works well in my client's interest. So as that went on, then I started getting more emails from people with really obscure skin conditions. And from there, I was like, all right, I sat down and I read about different butters and herbs and their historical uses for these issues. Then I started reading the scientific studies on what's helped with these things as well, according to science. Like, we use this product, it had this natural thing in it. And there's a lot of information out there about that. If you get on PubMed and get into some of the, scientific paper websites, you can find a lot of information, a lot more information than just looking in the mainstream. There's a meme for everything. There's also everyone writes an article and feels like they know the best thing to do. I'm not the best thing to do person. I want to know all the things to do. So anyway, that's how my business became a very client-led business, in that I didn't make a new formula until somebody came to me with something that they wanted help with. And I provided that help. I tweaked that formula until we got that issue gone, or at least greatly relieved. So I've done a lot of work with things like tinea versicolor, of course psoriasis and eczema, acne. Hyperpigmentation is something that I'm focused on right now. And I've made some great strides with that. I have a couple of formulas coming up that will deal with that. But to rewind, the point of my video this morning on this glorious Thursday is that you can do this too. That absolutely anybody can do this. You don't have to start big with a company. Call it a product, call it something to help. Get it out there, give it to your friends, and grow out of that sense of just wanting to help people. And that will guide you into this. I have both the online store and the physical store now. I've had the online store for about 6 years. The physical store has been going for about 1.5 years, and it does beautifully, both of them. I am very, very blessed. And I just want everybody to know that you too can do this. It's entirely possible with enough heart and enough hard work and focus, and to stay focused on the things that are really, really important and not let everything else come at you with a jumbled mess. So stay strong, you guys. Yay for other business women and girls. Know that you can do this too. Thank you.